Hello there, everyone, wherever you are right around the world. Yes, it's time once again for your exciting show, your number one show. It's On the Ball with Dendairy. I'm Charles CNN Mabika, and yes, we are enjoying every minute of it, your interactions as you talk to us on the Dendairy Sports Facebook page. And like always, we've got a bumper show for you, yes, including more giveaways. Yes, remember, just get ready because the yogurt buster will be coming in a couple of moments, and then the other two questions will be coming, and we'll also be giving you the winners from the last show. But first, yes, he's back. I'm talking about the Zimbabwe under-23 and Dynamo's head coach. We call him Stanza. He is back. He's here. Tonderai Ndiraya. And Stanza, yes, welcome back to the show after just a teeny weeny break there.
Well, thank you, CNN. Thank you very much. It's always good to be back. Look, it's been a long time for me, of course. It was a short time, but for me, it was a long time. It's always good to be here, good to be shown the Dendairy, on the ball with Dendairy. Yes, thank you.
Yep. You know that Stanza, yes, he was the Warriors assistant coach, but one of the two Warriors assistant coaches, or should I say three, there was him, Lloyd Chitembwe, and Tembo Chuma, who was the goalkeeper's coach. Of course, the head coach was Zdravko Logarusic, but Zifa...
And Benjani.
Yeah, and Benjani, of course, Benjani Maruwari. There were four assistants there, and of course, Zifa have since dissolved the technical department and put in a new Warriors technical department. But Stanza remains the Zimbabwe national under-23 head coach, of course, as well as the Dynamo's head coach. And on that Dynamo's note, I'd like to say to Stanza, congratulations for being the only team so far from the Group A for the Chibuku Super Cup. You've gone through to the quarterfinals. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, CNN. Thank you so much. It hasn't been an easy road, but look, I think the team, the players have done so well so far in the tournament. And we are happy to be in the quarterfinals. And the planning has already started for the knockout stage.
That's great.
But look, we've played 8 matches now. We haven't conceded any goal.
Wow.
Except,
fantastic.
Of course, the own goal, which was scored by Emmanuel Jalai when we
That's
played Cape United. So, yeah, I mean, that in itself will...
So you've scored all goals. Dynamos have scored all goals.
All the goals. All the goals. So, yeah, it's been a fun run. But, of course, the team needs to improve, especially after we only got about 2 to 3 weeks to prepare for this tournament. So it hasn't been easy, but I think the boys are coming together now, and hopefully we'll continue to have a good run.
Right, yes, Stanza's team there going through to the quarterfinals. There's going to be 8 teams, of course, quarterfinals. The other teams who are already through, we've got 6 teams, right? Dynamos, Ngezi Platinum, FC Platinum, Highlanders, Chicken Inn, and Cranbourne Bullets. But as you know, there's a big game happening as we talk right now. It's already underway at the Cape Coast Stadium in Ghana. And I'm talking about our number 1 team, the Warriors, in doing battle right now against Ghana in that away leg. And of course, we play them 3 days later at the National Sports Stadium. We'll be looking at that as well. But yes, first things first, because it's time for the giveaway prizes. And we start by saying congratulations to the last show's winners. Yes, as always, we got the main one, which is the Dendairy Yogurt Buster, which is a multiple choice. We'll make it easy for you. And then the other 2, of course, are not multiple choice, but they're still easy. So first, let's say congratulations to Ronald Mujumi. Yes, you're wondering, does that name sound familiar? Of course it does, because he has won the Yogurt Buster before, you know. So Stanza, That shows Ronald Mujumi is a keen follower of this show, and he wants prizes all the time.
A keen follower, and it's good, CNN, to really have someone who is always on your show and willing to participate in the competitions that the Dendairy is offering.
That's right.
So yeah, congratulations to him, and we hope he keeps winning them.
Yes, it doesn't matter. I mean, if he's good, he's good. You know, like the late great George Shire, the mastermind, won the Soccer Star of the Year award a record 5 times. There was one time where he won it in 75, and 76, and 77. So you can't keep a good man down, like they say. Right. And the second question, congratulations. Your hamper will be coming your way, courtesy of Dendairy. Congratulations to Jetani Mesami. That's Jetani Mesami. Yes, your prize will be coming. Yeah, and I believe you are somewhere there in South Africa. Thank you so much for following the show. And I'm sure somebody will collect it for you here, one of your relatives or so. You know, Stanza, the show
I'll
from South Africa. You'll collect it for him.
But it's good, CNN,
it's good,
to notice that the show has gone reach now.
All right. Not only all over the world. Yes, international. That's great.
That's great.
And congratulations to Tambawoga Chaitezhi, who got the third question correct. Congratulations there. And your prizes will be coming to you shortly, courtesy of Dendairy. Right, and let's get straight into this week's Dendairy Yogurt Buster. Stand by and get ready to click and send the answer, because here it comes. I'm sure that's an easy one. Of course, the Stanza will know all about it, but we won't ask him. We won't even ask him to give you a tip. Which European club did Zimbabwe soccer legend Moses Bambochunga once play for? Yes, it's multiple choice. And did he once play for Liverpool? If you think so, that's A. Did he once play for Ulster? That's B. Did he once play for Real Madrid? That's C. So get cracking, and get cracking there with your answer for the Yogurt Buster, which is 2 delightful Dendairy hampers. So there's one and there's another one on top. So maybe you can give your next door neighbor or something, if you are in good books with your next door neighbor. And you will know, I need to remind those who might not know that this month, October, is the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Yes, year in, year out, all over the world, including in Zimbabwe, we get people who pass on due to this dreaded disease, breast cancer. And our thoughts are with you right now. If you're a relative, if you've got a relative who has passed on through this, and a relative who's suffering, I'm sure there is treatment for it. And if you feel any signs, just go to your doctor and find out so that you get tested early. It is treatable, you know, it is treatable. So this October, Stanza, Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month, CNN, and I can see you're also wearing
pink.
The pink,
yes, the pink, yeah,
which depicts or which is a sign for them for the month, for the Breast Cancer Month. But look, CNN, it's I want to give respect to those who always you know, do the awareness thing for breast cancer. It's quite deadly.
Yes,
I've lost quite a couple of relatives.
Yes,
through cancer. And, breast cancer is one of the most deadliest diseases around. So we haven't really given it the respect that it really deserves. And you know, I want to respect those who always you know, advocates for you know, for the treatment of women, and I'm sure the First Lady is one of those. The First Lady, my auxiliary Mnangagwa, is always pushing, you know, for women, and she has done a lot, quite a lot, you know, for women to be screened. There's this screening process, and men too. Men too. Although it's really mainly women, a small percentage, but the people are also, men are also, you know, encouraged to go and get screened. So exactly, it's a month which we must take seriously as a nation, and hopefully in the coming few years would really have people, you know, would really be making noise about the October month. Certainly
our thanks there to all the cancer associations dotted right around the world, and yes, once again, pink. It's the Pink October month for the breast cancer awareness. Right, I'm sure you've got cracking already for the Dendairy yogurt buster, and the second and third questions will be coming up later. But right now, we are going away for a teeny winny bit to hear the special message from Dendairy. We'll be right back.
The story of how Dendairy gets from our farms to your table starts right here at the very heart of Zimbabwe.
In the center of the country, beyond the town of Kwekwe, lies the Sabakwi and Bembazon Dam.
These dams provide the fresh, clean water that is pumped daily to dairy farmers in the area.
The water irrigates the lucerne fields that our cows graze from, fills the troughs that they drink out of, and supplies our factory with water.
This pure fresh water gives life to our farms, our factory, and our people, as well as to the town of Kwekwe.
Which is why the Kwekwe farmers help build the Bembazon Dam to ensure the townspeople always have all the clean drinking water they need.
I know where my Dendairy comes from, right here in Zimbabwe.
Welcome back. It's On the Ball with Dendairy, and as I said to you, the match underway in Ghana. Our own Warriors are taking on the Black Stars of Ghana, and yes, everything is going on all right there. And for the Dendairy yogurt buster and the other two questions, remember you have to go onto the Dendairy Sports Facebook page for you to answer those questions and be instead in line for one of the three prizes courtesy of Dendairy. Right, now this one is quite something. We've got a segment, this is the second time we are doing it, a segment entitled Your Big Stars in Their Small Years. There are no prizes for this one, just to test, you know, your facial recognition powers. You see, what we will do time and again is get a picture of a big star currently, or a big star from the past or whatever, but we'll show you a picture in their, you know, very, very small years, maybe as a primary school kid or even as a toddler. If we show one in napkins, that will really set you and you won't be able to get it. So we try to make it a little bit easy when they're a little bit grown up, maybe at primary school or even before primary school, and we'll ask you to identify who that big star is. Don't worry, we're gonna give you the answer right on the show, but what we will do, we will bring it up. We'll bring him up, him or her. Yes, it's going to include our women players as well. So we'll bring them up, and you've got 30 seconds, and you can liaise with your brother, your sister, your dad, your mom, your grandpa, or maybe, you know, and you can 30 seconds to come up with the answer, and the answer will come right after 30 seconds. So get ready for your big stars in their small years. Stanza, who is that? Who is that? As the clock ticks.
I think this one I'm allowed to answer because there's no prize.
That's right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult for me.
Difficult?
But isn't that Moses Chung?
No, it's not Moses Chung. I thought you were going to say, is that me? No, it's not you. Right. Tino Kadewere, Monya, Tino Tenda Kadewere, yeah, in his teeny weeny years there when he was only a primary school boy and already soccer was in his blood. So, Stanza, you got that one wrong. That wasn't Moses Chunga, that wasn't you. It was Tino Tenda Kadewere.
Tino Tenda Kadewere, Monya there.
Yeah.
So if there was a prize, I would have lost.
You'd have lost, yeah.
Well, looks very young and innocent.
All right, very innocent. Maybe, you know, one of these days we'll have one of Stanza when he was maybe 3 years old, 4 years old. And I bet you won't be able to recognize, but we'll see as the shows come on. Right, plenty of fun we have here with you on the ball with Dendairy. Now, coming up, time and again as well, we go outside the country or stay in the country for the Dendairy Zoom chat, where we track down a former star and talk to them about what they're doing now, what they feel about football, and so on and so on. A couple of things. What we did, we tracked down recently the 1984 Soccer Star of the Year. Yes, he starred for a couple of teams. Chrome Stars, he played for them. Guero United, he played for them. But his heyday came when he was playing for Zisco Steel. And then he later moved on to Tornadoes, formerly known as State House Tornadoes. But he is one of the great legends of our game, perhaps the finest right back or right wing back produced in the country. I'm talking about the man we used to call Jimalo. We still call him Jimalo. So Dendairy on the ball with Dendairy and Zoom chat. We caught up, like I said, with Jimalo James Takavada. It's a big hello to you, James Jimalo Takavada, the 1984 Soccer Star of the Year. And it's great to have you on the show. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Still looking great. And life goes on.
Let's carry on. Like you're saying, life goes on. Yes, let's carry on. Now, Jimalo, I know there have been many high points in your career and low points as well. Can you just pick out one or two high points that are unforgettable that were during your long and illustrious career?
Yes, I still remember it up to now. I will never forget it. My first game for Zisco Steel, 1980, their first game in that season. Remember, I was playing as a midfielder when I was coming from school. And all of a sudden, Paul Moyo decided to bring me back to play right back, which I had never played before.
Paul Moyo, the head coach, eh?
Yes, he was the head coach of Zisco Steel. I said to him, no, I've never played that position ever, and I don't think I would like that position. Then he sat down with me and said, no, look here, I want to include you into the team, but I got good midfielders that I have, but I can't afford to lose you not to play. But I just want you to come in and play. I said, no. If you want me to play, let me play in this room. So we had an argument the whole week. And then he persuaded me to know, can you try for this week and see how it goes? And he made me mark Ali Said. If you remember, the guy who was called Ali Said, very nimble-footed, left-footed player. He was very good, that guy. So I was playing against him at the right back, and I did so well against him, so much that they believed I can do it, but I was not convinced at all. So I still remember I had to phone Omela at Zimbabwe Saints. Said, no, brother, I want to come to Bloya because here they want me to play right back, which I'm not familiar with. So on Wednesday, Omela came to Kwekwe and collected me from Kwekwe to go to Bloya. I was persuaded to try and play there. They took me to town, tried to persuade me. I said, okay, fine, I will try. So we had a game with the Wanky that very week. And I played that position right back. And I was given that free role. I can do whatever I want to do. If I want to go forward, if I want to do anything, because they wanted me to play. So they gave me that role that I never played. So when we were there at Wanky, the fortunate thing is I created the first goal from the right back. And the second goal, can you imagine the second goal? I scored it from the right back. And that's where my right back position started from. And until now, I'm very grateful to them. And what made me today, what you know about James Takavada from right back. That's how it started. So I will never forget that moment.
Now, I want to ask you what is a question, or rather the perception that has been doing the round for many years. It's about the local playing standards now and the local playing standards during your era, in the 80s, even before, and then later on. And some people have been saying that the local playing standards have gone down. What do you think about that? And if so, what do you think the reasons are?
Yes, that's very true. Unfortunately, when we used to play in the olden days, it was about prestige. It was about me, myself, trying to prove who I am and showing. There was no money at that time. We were playing for charity, in fact. But we were playing, showing our talents. And unfortunately, today, there's the remuneration for these guys, and they are not showing that zeal that we had. They don't have that drive that we had in those days. And I want to believe this emanated from complacency, from probably the coaches or the administrators. And more so because now there was remuneration, people were more focused on money, not on the talent of the youngster, how you groom the youngster to get to that stage. And that is actually impacted on our football standard. It's not about football anymore, but it's about money. I wish we could change that football and then money later. Now it's money and then football. Look at the grassroots football that we're having now. We don't see those boys playing in our league. Next time we hear about them is outside the country. They're in South Africa, they're in Europe, and that's killing our local football. These youngsters, they need to be groomed properly here, and they must go out when they are really mature and they can spend it out there. The unfortunate thing is that is not happening. People are running for money. Just to get money, they get the youngster. If you can control and do that, it's not enough. Let's mature them. Let's get them to the right stage. So that when they go, they don't come back. This is where we are making a mistake.
Right, let's move on, but I'd like to take you back to a couple of years. You contested for the ZIFA president's post in 2018, and you lost to Philip Chiangwa then. And some observers cited the lack of support from key stakeholders, particularly your fellow former players. They said they claimed that you did not seem to have the backing of the former players. Is that true?
Charles, that is not true. The most unfortunate thing is that I think we are so much used to getting all these guys with money, these big guys and that kind of thing, and not a footballer straight from football and get into there. People were not used to that. And players, to say the players, they were not supporting me, I think it's not true. They were supporting me from afar. There was nothing they could do. The people who mattered most were the councillors who supported voting. And unfortunately, these people who were voting, I think they were voting with their hearts. You know, they were voting where money was. No, they were not voting for football. I mean, look what happened to football now, up to now. I simply told them that if you choose money and not football, this is what you're going to get. And I said it, and look what football is there. What is happening? We're in a mess. We are now 20 years behind other nations as we speak right now. And no one knows how to rebuild it back. And people, what they're actually doing now is like boozers football. A national team just pick the day, go in and play, they lose, they come back, we do this. That's out of this world. It's not supposed to be like that. We need to have a project. We plan, let's have an under 20, an under 17, and we plan, when you say we plan in 5 years' time, what are these boys will be? And we monitor them as a project. And this is what all these countries do. Even, for example, Germany, when they won the World Cup, you know what they did? That was an under 17 team that they had from the start until it got to the national team and they won the World Cup. And who are we? We think, we can just jump today, wake up tomorrow, and we win the World Cup. It's not possible. People, we need to seriously sit down. This is why we say, no, why don't you get a football person who has been through all these stages? He knows what to do. But, in Zimbabwe, things are so different. We would think if we sleep today and come back tomorrow, the world will have changed. It will never change. We need to go through the stages. We need to take step by step, and we'll get there. We need to be patient. Just like South Africa, the youngsters, that's the you see what they did to us recently. That's an under 23 team. But imagine in 5 years' time what that team will be. But we brought all our guys here, and they struggle with those youngsters. So what's impossible with doing that?
So, Jimalo, what can we do to improve the Warriors?
We need to plan. We need to go around the country, mobilize youngsters, bring them up all over the country, like what we used to do in the olden days. Be patient, have an under 17 team competitions, have under 20 teams competitions, and you pick up from there. This business of some people coming in with their players and displaying them in the media and that kind of thing, and they play in the media. They don't play on the ground. We truly have talented players around. Let's try and build a team from there. Let's be patient. In 2 or 3 years, it's not far. We can build a better team.
The ZIFA elections are back on next year. Are we going to see you running again for the ZIFA president's post?
Well, I haven't made up my mind because I was really disappointed in the first place that people were not thinking very well. I was not there for money. I was there with what to give back what I was given and give it back to people and to see what I could do. Bring back football, to bring people so that they can go and watch and enjoy their game. But unfortunately, people didn't want that way. And people looked at me as James and what can he do? He doesn't have money like these big guys. And they thought money will bring everything. No, we build money from football. Football is a business. We create a business and we create opportunities for money to come into football. But not that I should bring my money into it. No, it's a business.
Okay.
This is what people don't understand in Zimbabwe.
So what are you doing now? Are you still involved in football?
Yeah, behind scenes, I'm doing quite a lot behind scenes. I got some projects that I'm trying to bring up. Unfortunately, you know, there was COVID and that kind of thing for the past 2-3 years. But there's something that I'm working on. You never know. Tomorrow, I might try and contest and win. Probably maybe if God were willing, I'll win, and that project will come in and will bring everything that I have and put it on the table for Zimbabwe. And you know, people might not believe it, but it's very true. You never know. If I come in, you might get to the World Cup.
That's very interesting. And finally, Jimalo, who makes up the James Takavada household family?
Well, the Takavada family is not a very big family, but from my family, my wife, she's called Precious. She comes from Kwekwe. She's in Buluwayo. We're now living in Buluwayo, although I work here at the Mnyati Power Station. And I've got 3 children, 2 girls and a boy. My 2 girls are now married. One is Namibia, one is in South Africa. I have 5 grandchildren. My youngster with all football is. I made a mistake in taking this other schools where they play rugby, what, and he never tried. So.
Right, it's been great talking to you, Jimalo. Let's hope that your project does come off well and that we will be seeing you back once again. Yes, because a great player, perhaps the finest right back or right wing back we've ever seen so far in the country. And I'm sure we'll be talking to you soon.
Oh, thank you very much, Charles. That's a pleasure.
James Jimalo Takavada, he's not out of the country. He is in Kwekwe in the Midlands. We still talk to him through the Zoom chat. So quite a story, eh? And Stanza, listen, this guy, perhaps, like I said, perhaps the finest right back or right wing back produced in Zimbabwe.
What a player. What a player he was, CNN. And you wouldn't be a soccer star in those years if you weren't good.
That's right.
Because there was so much talent during that era. You talk of so many players, the Sandeji, Mofuji Zambas, the Mishek, Marimos, you know. You can name them. But look, what I liked most about that generation, CNN, is there wasn't so much money, but
that's right.
These guys were committed.
Yeah, exactly.
These guys were committed, and
that's what you talked about there.
Yeah, it's that commitment which lacks a little bit in the players of the present moment. So yeah, he was a good player, and he played for the national team as well.
Oh
so,
yeah, plenty of caps.
Plenty of caps. You wouldn't play for the national team if you weren't good.
That's right.
And to play for the national team during that era was a huge achievement.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. So you heard him there talking about him. He hasn't yet made up his mind whether he will run again for ZIFA president. And well, interesting. We'll keep you, in the know as far as Takavada is concerned about that right here on the show, on the ball with Dendairy. Right, get ready for the next question, question number 2. Remember, you got to go on the Dendairy Sports Facebook page for you to compete in the questions category and for you to be in line to win one of the special and delightful hampers from Dendairy. And question number 2 is, who is the manager of English club Manchester City? Yes, who is the manager of English club Manchester City? And I did ask Stanza, and Stanza says he doesn't know who the manager of Manchester City is. Yes, you know why? Because Stanza is Manchester United. He doesn't care about Manchester City. So you get cracking, go onto the Facebook page and answer that one. Simple. It should be simple. Right. We are going away for another teeny winner bit. When we come back, we'll be talking more on the ball with Dendairy.
The story of how Dendairy gets milk from our farms to your table takes place in one of Africa's finest UHT processing plants and laboratories.
Found right here in the heart of Zimbabwe.
Managed and run by skilled Zimbabwean men and women, our modern plant places the greatest emphasis on ensuring hygiene and freshness.
Our milk goes into the plant and is tested, checked and retested, with the lab testing over 200 samples a day before releasing the product for distribution.
That's 6 samples taken every 15 minutes.
We are a dedicated full-time staff, committed to ensuring you get the very best milk that Zimbabwe has to offer. To keep your milk fresh, we process 24/7. Our team is dedicated to filling your fridge with goodness.
I know where my food with goodness Dendairy come from.
Right here in Zimbabwe.
Welcome back. Yes, the Ghana versus Zimbabwe match are still underway there at the Cape Coast Stadium. And of course, I'll go straight and present to you the third question. I'm sure another simple one. Remember, the 2 questions are not multiple choice, but this one should be easy as well. And you can get cracking on the Dendairy Sports Facebook page. Question number 3 is, which stadium is the home venue of Highlanders Football Club? Which stadium is the home venue of Highlanders Football Club, where they play their homes at home? Iboso. Right, let's just talk about the Warriors. We have to talk about the Warriors. I mean, our #1 team. And Stanza, the game is underway right now. And yes, you're no longer part of the technical team. The head coach now, if you didn't know, is Norman Mapeza. His 2 assistants, Mantla Lulu Mpofu of Highlanders, and Blajack Taurai Mangwiro of Triangle United. And the goalkeeper's coach is the man we still call him Gokwe Energy Murambadoro. And Stanza is taking place right now. And hey, it's going to be, an intimidating atmosphere there, because CAF have allowed them to get in at least 4,000 fans in there.
Well, quite frankly, CNN, this is going to be a very difficult match for us. Very difficult match in that it's been played, of course, before the crowd. And you know how it is when you play in West Africa.
That's right.
The atmosphere there is very intimidating. Very, very intimidating. And then number 2, I think they are playing against a lot of things here, a lot of factors. And one of the major factors is the weather. It's really, news coming from there is that it's really, really hot.
Hot and humid.
Hot and humid. And you want to look at the composition of our team. We've got quite a number of players who are coming from Europe, and the weather there is quite different from the jungle of Africa. I would really want to call it the jungle. That's the jungle of Africa.
Of course it is.
It's really quite difficult there. And then number 3, you are playing a Ghana, which is very strong on paper. But of course, who cares? We also have our players who are very good in their own right. But you're playing a team which is playing at home, before their crowd. And then, of course, a team which lost to South Africa, which is also trying to revive their chances, of getting through to the next round. Of course, we also lost away, and it's unfortunate for us that we also plunge into another away match you know, before we even settle. So mentally, psychologically, it's really going to affect us. But Ghana are really going to do everything in their power to get maximum points today. And I'm just hoping that with the experience we have in the team, our boys will really stand their ground. Our boys will really stand up today and really show that they are real warriors. You know, this is where, like Tapioca Kapini said, this is where we are banking on the senior players to really lead the young players, really lead the team, and get a result which can really get us back into contention again. But a difficult match here, CNN, which really demands a lot from the players and the technical team.
Well, one of the key players, or should I say our key player, our best player, I can do that, is our captain, Knowledge Musona, the smiling assassin. And we're just hoping that maybe he can get a goal, a special goal. What we've done, we've got a goal that he scored recently, playing for his club in Saudi Arabia, Al-Tai, and special goal. And we just hope that the smiling assassin can deliver something like this coming up.
اللي لاعب الفريقين أحمد التركي واحد من الشباب نادي التعاون، قدم مستوى كبير في التعاون في مواسم سابقة، ثم بعد ذلك الانتقال إلى الطائي. هنا الكرة واصلة من جديد طويلة عند سيفاس، بالاستلام سيفاس إلى مسونا. يا 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 الله الله الله، قذيفة قوية من زيمبابوي موسونا، وتسجيل هدف التعادل. الطائي الذي كان قريب من التسجيل يسجل هدف التعادل. الله على، شوف التحضير على الطاير موسونا، على الطاير موسونا، ما فكر في حل ثاني الا التصويبه قويه جدا تسكن شباك كاسيو انجوس. الله على الطاي والله على موسونا، يا عيني عليك. الله على التصويبه قويه كانت.
Woo, what a goal! What a goal, this stanza, and the commentator reminding me of myself, you know, going wild about that goal, reminding me of myself.
It was something else. CNN, what a cracker, what a goal. And he scored it, you know, if you look at the angle, very tight angle, but the precision, the power, and everything which was put into that goal is just out of this world. I mean, it's a world-class goal.
That's right.
You know, knowledge never ceases to amaze. He will give you something when you least expect.
Exactly.
So he's that type of a player, and we hope today he can also produce something special like that for our team, for the Warriors.
Well, yeah, let's see. Let's see. It's still underway right now. It's still underway, the game in Ghana. But you know what? Ghana, yes, one of the giants of African football, but we've beaten them before. We always give them a hard time. Even in Ghana there in the 90s, I remember a game when we went there and we drew 1-0. They were leading 1-0, and with the game almost going to bed, a cracker from just outside the center circle from one of the finest midfielders ever seen in Zimbabwe. We still call him the dragline Shepherd Muradzikwa. And you know, it has always not been easy for Ghana whenever they play against the Warriors. It wasn't that easy when we met them in 2006. That's probably the last time we played them at the top level. It was in Egypt at the African Cup of Nations and the group stage tournament, African Cup of Nations finals tournament and the group stage. I was there in Egypt watching that game, and everybody, the media and everybody else, had written us off, had written the Warriors off. It was like we were bowing out of the tournament. But if we still had a chance, if we had managed to beat Ghana by 3-1, we would have gone through to the quarterfinals of the African Cup of Nations, becoming the first coach, Charles Mohlauri, would have been to lead Zimbabwe into the next stage at AFCON. But, well, in the end, it didn't happen, but we beat them. So, for you, and for you, and for you, here are the highlights from that game at AFCON 2006 when our Warriors took on the Black Stars of Ghana.
So let's look forward to an exciting match, which we now have underway. Zambia took over from the very beginning, playing here for their mini chance as best they could. Nengo Masha. There Mikuneze. Beautiful pass for Prince to go, but he's pulled offside. That was tight. There's the linesman there. He says it's offside. Let's have a look. Very close call, that. But we had some action there after just 4 minutes of play. And 4 minutes later, throw in by Dinya on the right. There's the captain. Peter Nolovo with a shot, which goes wide. Still 0-0 here. Have another look at that. The ball's well wide. We can't see it properly from this angle, but it's definitely wide of the goal. And that's all that counts. Again, Zimbabwe on the attack. Gilbert. Ghana's Aminu can't control it. Prince to go. Back to Gilbert again. He shoots. Oh, but it's miles away. Gilbert couldn't bring his foot correctly behind the ball. Kick off. Kapini again. It's blocked. Nengo Masha fights for it, gets it, fires! A beautiful save from Ajay again. Oh, he's got his work cut out for him tonight, Ajay. Nice shot there, but Ajay's got it. Holds onto it firmly. Almost an hour over now. Zimbabwe still, a lot of courage. Ball's in there, Shimenza. 1-0! Finally, it's happened. Zimbabwe go into the lead. The ball gets its final direction there from Ahmed. It's Ajay's first mistake of the evening. Oh, what a sad night for him. He's done so well so far. Given it everything he can. Been left alone by his own defence. But he made a mistake there, and it's 1-0 for Zimbabwe. Lovely shot, though. Bang, straight into the back of the net there. And we still got Zimbabwe, as I can see it. Yeah. Nyando plays it deep. It's blocked. Gilbert to the left. Cross by Lufala. Header by Prince to go. Prince saves it. It's too short. Shot by Lufala there. It's too slow. You won't get many goals at that speed. Just minutes later now, long ball from Shimedza out of his own half. Oh, what a mistake by Ahmed! And it's 2-0. Portsmouth's Benjani with a score. We're getting ever closer to the sensation. Can Zimbabwe make it? Everybody thought they were out of the tournament with no points at all. And now they're leading here, 2-0. And Nigeria leads Senegal in the other game as well. So we just need one more goal here for Zimbabwe. They certainly deserve it, though. Not only the lead and advancing to the quarterfinals will be good. Minute from regular time now. Ahmed. For Benjani for the left. Cross by Gilbert. And it's 3-0. I don't believe it. Zimbabwe. Lufala with a goal. But it's not. Oh, it's been ruled offside. Oh, that's terrible news for them. That's really sad. Let's have another look at it. I can't believe it. That should have been, that must be the 3-0. But the linesman's got it right. It's offside. No question about it. Oh, that really is sad. Oh, that seemed to have taken the air out of Zimbabwe's wings now. Ghana with a shot. Appiah to the left. Good cross by to side. And Baba! 2-1! What a brilliant goal! The man just came on as a substitute. Beautiful goal from Baba. Absolutely beautiful. Nothing the keeper could have done there, but let's be honest, 3-0 would have been more deserved than that. It's a great shot though. And that's it. It's all over, final whistle, 2-1 it stayed. Bitter victory for Zimbabwe. They needed only one more, but in the end they came out short. They gained the 3rd rank, can hold their heads up high, but have to go home. Ghana loses the match and they're 2nd place and have to go home too. So with Nigeria 1st, Senegal 2nd, Zimbabwe and Ghana out of the competition.
Well, that was then, and now we hope for the best. I don't know how that 3rd goal was disallowed. Dubious. Otherwise, Stanza, we would have sailed through to the quarterfinals.
African football, African football.
Yeah, you know all about it.
Just hoping that our boys are going to produce the same performance that these guys produced in 2006. I should see us getting a result today.
Let's hope we do that because remember, it's underway. It's almost coming to the closing stages there. And yes, this month of October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And please do assist if you have a relative who is feeling some signs of pains or whatever. Assist them to go and get screened at the doctors and so on, because we don't want to keep losing people to this very deadly disease. Right, the Dendairy Yogurt Buster, let's just remind you, and if you missed it, I don't know where the heck have you been, here it comes up once again. Right, well, I won't ask Stanza because he knows the answer to that one, so it would be unfair to some others. But if, you can ask your friend, your mom, your dad, and you got all the time to answer, because it's only later that our judges will pick out the winners. Well, that's just about it. It just leaves me to thank the Zimbabwe Under-23 national coach and Dynamo's head coach, Stanza Tonderai Ndiraya, for once again having been a sporting presence here on the ball with Dendairy. Well, Stanza, all the best as you have qualified for the Chibuku Super Cup quarterfinals. And like you said, the preparations are already underway.
Thank you very much, CNN, and thank you very much to our viewers. Keep following On the Ball with Dendairy on Facebook.
Yes.
And
of course, on ZBC TV as well.
Yes, ZBC as well. TV. So yeah, it's been a pleasure being here, and I look forward to be here again in the future.
Right. And like always, we look forward to being with you on this exciting show, On the Ball with Dendairy, once again. Yes, remember to take care of your loved ones and each other. I'm Charles CNN Mabika. Until we meet again, it's bye-bye for now.